Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a quick guide on how to use the PAL surgery table in Palworld's 1.0 update to give your pals different types of passives, and I'll be showing you how to get them infinite use as well as the disposable ones here too. This lets you do some pretty crazy stuff, for example with breeding farms, which will increase the speed. By placing the philanthropist on here, you can do things like the Doomud Guild farm really easily. It's also really nice though if you want a party that's going to give you a 50% attack boost, put the Vanguard on all the pals in your party. Likewise, you can also get a 50% defense boost with the Stronghold Strategist. And this is the easy way to make your pals as fast as possible with different passives here, as well as buff their attack power with things like Musclehead and Serenity. And you can also use the PAL reverser here to change a pal's gender. This is great if you wanted to, let's say, do a breeding farm for something like Lylene or Lylene Noct, which are typically going to come in a female variant. So you can just grab this, swap one of them over, and then set up this really easily. But we can get ourselves these reusable implants here, and there's a couple locations. Very close to the start of the game at the small settlement here. As well, we can also come on over to the Fisherman's Point. I would just recommend going here, and you're going to see the PIDF bounty officer as soon as you walk down from this spot here. Whenever you go and talk with him, he is going to be selling these here. Now you can get them for the bounty tokens, which I do have a guide on how to farm these, but the easiest late game is to come to the Faybreak Isles here and then hunt down all the different bounties here, catch them, and use Splatterina to butcher them. It'll give you an additional amount of them. But this merge is where you're going to be finding Musclehead, Burly Body, Artisan, Vanguard, Stronghold Strategist, Motivational Leader, and Wellness Watcher. It also has the IV Fruits to max out your pals, as well as Star Fruit to increase their rank, and Kinship Peaches to be able to max their trust. But we're talking about these here, and the rest of them are available at the Arena Merchant. So this is going to be at this location just right here, and you can also do this to get yourself the PAL reverser. So I'd recommend doing a bit of the arena here. It's nice for XP and all that, but this is where you can get Serenity, Infinite Stamina, Runner, a Swimmer, Noble, Healing Coach, and Reload Master. So Serenity being the most powerful here for a PAL setup, but it does have some for speedy pals. Now there are also disposable relics that I would highly recommend grabbing because they are the most powerful abilities in the game. However, you will need to get the Ancient Relic Recycler here. This is a late game item that will recycle the relics that we're able to find. So what you do is you're going to insert these into here. Obviously these are a late game item. They're available from pretty much any enemy when you're in the world tree here. I do have guides on the best places to farm. I'd recommend this area here with any of the pals that increase the like Catris and the Blazehowl Noct here, as they increase the amount of drops from neutral pals. As well, you can also then throw on Elphedron here to increase dark pals drops, as well as the Enchanted Sword. Or you can also go with Metasting Terra, Metasting, because these are different, they will stack for electric types, and then throw in Vaylette. And then you'd want to be going with that farm up to this area here, and in particular the Dusty Ravine around in this section. But these two are the best places to farm the ancient relics, and they're very powerful because when you go to open it here, you can see we got a ton of them. Now the best thing about these is they're going to be some of the strongest that are in this game, so when you go to apply them to your pals at the surgery table, you're going to see some very powerful abilities like Sky Marcher, which will increase the amount of jumps of the pal by 2, Heavily Armored, immunity explosion damage, Immortality, which is my favorite, giving 5% life steal so your pals just never go down, Idiosyncratic, which will buff up the player, giving them an increase to the health regeneration rate, Demon's Hand is a 90% work speed buff, that is huge, Hermit Sage gives sand depletion rate decrease, we also have the World Tree Seed Bed, which will decrease hunger depletion, Sanctified Meat Shield, giving an increase to defense and reduction to attack, and other things like Remarkable Craftsmanship for work speed bonuses. And for example, if you want to max out a pal's attack, you would be throwing on God of Destruction for the 40% attack boost. It does reduce max health by 50%. Twin Edge Holy Blade will increase attack by 50, reduce the defense by 30, but this also increases defense by 20, so it's only 10% reduction to defense. Musclehead for another 30% attack boost, and Serenity for a 10% attack boost, and cooldown reduction by 30%, so they can spam some of these most powerful skills in the game. These three are great against any large bosses for the multi-hit, and you can see here we got an Almost Skull level 80, and it's got 6,300 attack. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments. Just want to do a guide on the surgery table, as it is a very useful thing to get good at using because of the massive benefits that your pals will get from it. So subscribe if this is useful, and we'll catch you in the next one.